Welcome to Foundations TV, everybody. Our guest today is Dr. Kala Iyengar from New York, from actually the Peace Village Retreat Center of Brahma Kumaris of New York. She has been teaching meditation for over 30 years now and has been facilitating lectures as well as workshops on meditation, on self-improvement, on spirituality, as well as medicine, because she's also a trained pediatrician. So welcome, Dr. Kala, to Foundations TV.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show today.
Absolutely a pleasure. So our first question is about the organization Brahmakumaris. What are the different activities and programs that the organization conducts in the USA?
I must say it's very, very varied. We right now have operating centers in most of the major cities in the United States, which really means that we are able to offer proper meditation classes. As you know, our expertise is to offer meditation classes, especially in the style of the Raj Yoga meditation and knowledge. And offspring of that is we do many, many courses, such as things to do with positive thinking, things to do with relaxing the mind, things to do with stress-free life. And besides these programs at the centers, we do big events, especially to do with empowering women, because one of the things we believe is that spirituality is the basis, the spiritual identity is the basis of power, feeling empowered. So it's not a matter of equality on an external sense, but internally, if we have that self-respect and self-esteem, we are able to feel empowered to conduct ourselves in that way. So we do big programs with women. Our youth in USA are very active, and they are now having a program, an outreach program called Acts of Goodness, inviting people to contribute towards this initiative called 7 Billion Acts of Goodness. So the youth are very, very enthused. We are big on also addressing the needs of the healthcare community. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons I'm here in Boston. And we do something called Hope in Healthcare, kind of programs, initiatives, retreats, dialogues for people who are in the field of healthcare, because we feel that they also need to be cared for. And so one of the things especially that we offer is retreats for them. So, and of course, with the Indian community, as you know, we are becoming more and more popular because of our TV shows. And, our big thing is to be able to bring the light of knowledge, spiritual knowledge and wisdom into most of our traditions and celebrations, such as the one that we are celebrating today, which is Diwali.
Wonderful, wonderful. That was a really nice, detailed answer. It covers a lot of different programs that you offer. So you spoke of the Raj Yoga meditation. So my question is that different from the other kinds of meditations, and how is it different?
Yes, I believe meditation per se is really when we are able to give concerted attention to our mind, for developing certain practices. And definitely, I would believe that the practice of Raj Yoga, as the Brahmakumaris practice, is quite unique, different, in the fact that it's an active form of meditation. Most people believe that meditation is a passive process, that things just happen to you and you stay quiet, and it's very difficult to get a quiet mind. But the Brahmakumaris' way of meditation is really to engage the mind actively, but in a positive way, giving it direction. and thinking and focusing on the good qualities, the positive qualities that we already possess. The second thing that's very unique about the Raj Yoga meditation is that we distinctly believe, once having recognized the positive qualities, that we all have, on the basis of those qualities, to be able to connect with the source of light, which we call, of course, God, universal form of God, light form of God. And so there is a very clear knowledge, and that we give as a course, as a 7-day course or a foundation course, and it's based on the knowledge that we are able to develop our meditation skills. So I think it's unique. The third thing that's unique is that it's also, by the fact that it's active, we also encourage people to have their eyes open in their meditation. And that, I think, is also quite unique and different from other forms of meditation, I think. Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Because it's a more natural way of being, in our awake state, for example. We all have our eyes open.
Sure.
And so our ultimate goal is to be in that state of meditation, throughout the day. And
right.
we feel that that's an important part of making it real for ourselves.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you did speak of the courses, the 7-week course. So is there any charge for those courses at all?
Our programs at most of the center, all of our centers, I should say, for the courses per se, we do not charge anything, and that's according to the principle that was laid by the founder of the organization. And because we run basically under the premise that, those people who take these courses and find benefit in these courses, they would be automatically, touched enough, and they would be, they would find changes enough in themselves that they would want to share this with others. So the generosity is something that happens almost as a natural consequence of what they are experiencing. And so this is the principle under which we operate. Of course, these days, if we have to hold retreats or, anything like that, those charges, of course, are extra. But the courses per se that we offer, that are very, very universally offered to people from all religions, all sects, all across, even ages, and they are free,
Wonderful. Now, I know you come from New York, but there are centers here, one in Watertown and one upcoming one in the ATFS Center in Shrewsbury. So you being, a very significant person in the organization, you must have a vision for the Massachusetts centers as well. So specifically for the Shrewsbury Center, do you have a vision in mind?
Yes, our vision actually has to also match the needs and the realities of the community. And in fact, the way we grow in most of the places where we have centers is, we start sharing, the knowledge that we have, the experiences that we have. And of course, for that, we do need a little place that can, contain the vibrations. But we don't necessarily limit the services that we offer to a place as such. We feel that, once people are interested, as I said, once people are interested and they are able to develop themselves spiritually, they themselves would, be volunteering or willing to have a place that's more steady. So I think definitely, yes, a steady place with, dedicated especially for meditation is definitely what we are looking forward to. Yes,
excellent. And hopefully that will happen soon, the way it is growing.
Mm-hmm.
So regarding the Peace Village where you come from, could you speak a little bit about that?
Yes, Peace Village Learning and Retreat Center, we're about 14 years in operation, and it's one of the 2 retreat centers that we have in the United States. One is on the West Coast in near San Francisco, and this one happens to be upstate New York. And the purpose of the retreat center, as we established in the beginning, is that even though we offer the courses and the knowledge, but we know that the atmosphere, the environment in the world is very thick, right? I mean, to say the least, it's quite. the opposite of what we teach. And so sometimes for students it becomes very difficult to really sustain that experience of that they've had in a center. And so we thought it is very good to have a place where they could come and stay for at least a day, couple of days, to be immersed in those spiritual vibrations. So one is the place, the beautiful, it's set in a very natural setting, Peace Village, and it's beautiful and very close to nature and therefore very peaceful in itself by nature. But also because we've been there for 14 years and doing just spiritual activities and sharing spiritual knowledge and meditating basically. So the vibrations that people find are extremely conducive to them letting go of so many extra baggages that we carry in life. So people come from cities, especially from New York and Boston and New Jersey, and they find that within a day to 2 days, they find themselves completely lightened, very free from the burden of, the worries.
Yeah.
So retreats happen, and these retreats are very unique also because every retreat, even though we aim to kind of share the same kind of information and encourage people to look at alternative ways of thinking and being and relating and, living life, every retreat has its own character and purpose and goal. So people choose their retreats from our website, and they could vary anywhere from learning to meditate as meditate, or they could just come and say there is retreats for cooking, for example. How do we cook peacefully? How do we add peaceful vibrations to cooking? And especially we are big on vegetarian cooking, right? And cooking in a state of meditation. So they could come just because they're interested in learning to cook vegetarian food or peaceful vibrations while they're cooking. So we have very many varieties. Some retreats are more focused on ethnic communities, like we have a retreat coming up for Indian community very soon, and that's called Roots and Wings. And that's an annual retreat that we've been doing over the years, every year. So really there's something for everyone. That's we do.
That's
Peace
beautiful.
Village. Yeah.
That's a lot of useful information, Sister Kala. Thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to...
and the Peace Village website is peacevillageretreat.org.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
peacevillageretreat.org. One word.
Okay, great. Wonderful. So that's a lot of useful information. And coming back to our Diwali celebrations today, we are really looking forward to your talk on the happiness aspect of our lives. I think it's everyone in the room is going to be able to relate to it. So that's really, really good. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much
Once
for
again,
coming.
thank you for thinking of this and having me on your show. And a very happy Diwali to
So
all
happy
our
Diwali
listeners.
to everybody. And I would also like to say a special thank you to Marigold, who are the interior designers and who've designed the set for us today, as well as Smita's Boutique, who sponsored my outfit for this video. So once again, happy Diwali.
परम ज्योति से